3 signs you have a poor mentality. I was reading a book about money a while ago when I read something that changed my life forever. Every day, over $10 trillion circulate around the world. Consider that for a moment. Yesterday, over $10 trillion were exchanged. How do I anticipate this affecting your life? Let me try to use a simple analogy. Assume you were told that water makes up 70% of our planet. What does it say about water? Let's assume that all the water in the world is drinkable, but some people are thirsty. Consider this: 70% of our planet is covered in water, and let's pretend it's drinkable water, but most people are still thirsty. You'll agree with me that if the above scenario occurs, something is seriously wrong. And, yes, something is very wrong with money, and I believe I have some ideas about a few things that are wrong, which I'll try to share with you in today's video. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on other great videos like this one. Money is scarce. For the first time in my life, I was convinced that there is too much money in the world. I mean, if $10 trillion circulate around the world every 24 hours, all I had to do was figure out how a very small portion of that would come to me every day. I don't want to pretend as though this was simple arithmetic, but I need to get you to see this. One of the reasons why most people are poor is because they believe that money is scarce. If you believe that money is scarce, this is a sign that you have a poor mindset. Consider a world in which 70% of the planet is water and yet most people are thirsty. That's an excellent analogy for money. The world has far too much money. Nonetheless, most people do not have enough of it. The truth is that you may never have enough money unless you strongly believe that there is too much of it in the world. So, how can you begin to believe that there is too much money in the world? Remember that every day, $10 trillion circulate around the world. You can stop having a scarcity mentality if you understand that $10 trillion circulate around the world every day. Others might say, you see, the reason why I'm poor is that some evil capitalists have taken all the money. That's exactly the mindset I'm opposing right now. When you believe that the reason you're poor is because certain people have taken all the money, you're essentially saying, there are only a few dollars in the world, and other evil capitalists have taken most of it. This is similar to saying, I'm thirsty because certain greedy people have taken all the water to themselves. No. Nobody has the power to take all of the water for himself. Yes, many people are greedy. Yes, many capitalists are greedy. However, guess what? Every 24 hours, $10 trillion circulate around the world, and no matter how greedy some people are, there is still a lot of money to be made. There are a million reasons to be poor. Poor people understand there are a million reasons why they are poor. Rich people have a single reason to be wealthy. It all depends on what you choose to focus your attention on. The neuroscientist describes the reticular activating system, which simply means that your brain will always focus on whatever you ask it to focus on. Your eyes will always see whatever you ask them to see, so deciding to see why you're poor is a simple instruction for your brain. Your brain is so intelligent that it will search for a million reasons why you are poor. You'll begin to notice how government policies are impeding you, how your employer is evil, how the economy is bad, and how everything is conspiring against you. If, on the other hand, you instruct your brain to look for reasons why you must become wealthy, you will begin to see other people who were just as disadvantaged as you are and yet overcame every obstacle to become wealthy. You have a poor mindset if you tend to see the reasons for your poverty. One way to deal with this is to listen to inspiring motivational stories and speeches that encourage you to see possibilities rather than obstacles. What would be. Poor people often believe that those who become wealthy are simply lucky. You have a poor mindset if you believe that those who become wealthy simply happen to be in the right place at the right time, because behind the luck that everyone sees are thousands of hours of faith, commitment, and courage. Yes, luck does exist. For example, the day I discovered the idea that changed my life was a regular day. The insight that led to my first business breakthrough would not have occurred without a stroke of luck. But that luck would not have been possible if I hadn't spent years and years preparing for that day. Remember, success is a journey, not a destination. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more valuable content. Until next time, keep hustling and chasing your dreams. Take care and stay inspired.